So, I hate sniping. Or rather, I've always sucked at it. I always found that fantasy of the lone marksman so intriguing, so enticing, but the patience or reflexes, they just weren't in me. So I gave myself 3 days to see if I could get good at sniping on one condition. My success needed to be measurable. See, in most games, the sniper role is an impression of a marksman, scripted or simulated in some way through game design. The mechanics are there, but overall the stakes are low. But here, stalking a target with intention, striking at the right time, your life and kit itself are on the line. So by the 3rd day, I wanted to see if I could go from the least patient player of all time to wiping a complete 4-man squad, looting them and extracting successfully with nothing but a bolt-action rifle. The only difference between mediocrity and mastery is repetition, but the biggest challenges that I was going to face were actually not the ones that I expected. Well, to master a new skill, it needed to actually be new. After years of playing this type of game, including sniping on and off, I've picked up so many unconscious bad habits, I needed to be a blank slate. This is Arena Breakout Infinite, a free-to-play extraction FPS, and they were kind enough to sponsor this video, which actually provided a unique opportunity. See, with Season 6 launching right now comes swaths of new features like mastery points to tweak your passive skills, as well as a new PvE-focused mode, Hostile Sector, featuring new special AI types and no enemy players to deal with. And here's the thing, I've only sniped an ABI once, and I've never done it as a solo. If I was gonna get good in 3 days, I needed active practice of technical skills without the risk of wasting hours getting killed by actual players. Hostile Sector seemed like the perfect low-stakes environment for some casual research into the art of sniping. That's what I thought. Okay. Where? Dude, I'm just like on all sides. This is so difficult. Yeah, so I immediately almost died. See, the AI enemies in Hostile Sector are tuned way more aggressively than I expected, which taught me an immediate and valuable lesson. I could not move like I was used to moving. Sniping in a game like this, it's not actually about hitting your shots. It's about making sure that the enemy never knows where the shots are coming from. Lots of hands, dude. They're scary. I'm gonna try to use the Defilade, fully flank here. God damn it, dude. Key, I think, is just constant repositioning, but I need to hit heads. That's the problem. That's where my downfall is ultimately. I was getting used to this idea of rotating after every shot. The rifle was beginning to feel right in my hands. Oh, come on. You know, mostly. But before I took it to the live PvP raids, I set some rules. 1. Bolt actions only. 2. Only use my pistol as an absolute last resort and to deal with AI. And lastly, my ultimate goal, remember, is to wipe and loot an entire squad for this challenge to be considered a success. Yeah, so the live raids immediately felt different. I'm simply not used to playing a game like this without the ability to rush my objectives at close range. Literally finding a player wasn't the problem. Sit still in any central location and sooner or later, but this wasn't sniping. See, throughout my 2nd day, my aim was fine. I was taking fights and winning them. But they were bad fights. I would try to intersect with a player's movement, track down their location, and basically, I would get lucky. The fact that I could actually hit headshots with my rifle gave me undue confidence to rely on it rather than any sense of strategy.
There's no way I dropped him there. Oh my god, I did. That's absurd.
If I missed my shot, I'd try to be patient, rotate, wait for them to pass, and the target would escape for good. Okay, so then trying to avoid missing those opportunities, I'd get eager, I'd close the gap like I was used to, and give up the one advantage my kit had, distance. And that was a lesson I was about to learn in real time. Alarm? Damn, right off spawn, they're popping off. Hit him. I think I dropped one of them there. Dude. Right here, I was caught off guard. I froze. And this engagement was the crux of my entire learning experience. As someone who is used to fighting fast in close ranges with high fire rate weapons, I like to let my enemies get close. I always thought of retreat as, well, cowardly. You're giving up your ability to hold your ground out of fear. But I was never thinking like a sniper. An enemy player's aggression was a tool that, in tandem with my distance advantage, I could abuse. So let's go back to my little time in that ditch. This has got to be that grenade. It's got to be the guy from the fight that I initially shot that one guy. Dude. Try to move. I'm dead. Oh, God, I can't move, dude. The fact that that was a stun and not a frag is just completely pure luck. He's still over there, but I gotta swing super wide. I have no clue where this guy is. The thing is, I just don't know if he chased. This guy had me dead to rights. I was fleeing with my tail between my legs, and that was actually my advantage. I knew this guy was good. He'd easily drop someone else. He was aggressive, and I used that aggression against him. By resetting the encounter completely, I made him walk right into my crosshairs. I felt like I was starting to get the hang of it. Staying at a distance, being patient, but always from the right place. Positioning myself so that even if the enemy knew I was there, they couldn't see me. He didn't know where I was. I began to see plays I could make that only a sniper could make. That's AI. There's somebody in there. The smoke. Oh yeah. Dude, he's pinned. Look at them, they're so tactical. Look at them go. Okay, he's gonna have to push out and try to go for them, right? I just have to make sure that he thinks that it's just them. That's him. Oh no, he's gonna leave. Come on, man, what was that? What was it? I was doing well? Better than I expected anyway. Sure, I wasn't wiping lobbies, but I was surviving, probably more so than if I'd run and gunned like I was used to, and I was still making profit in the process. But ultimately, teams were still going to be my weakness, and I was about to face a challenge that put everything I'd learned to the test. I just spawned right next to this point of interest, and I immediately hear footsteps. Okay. There's another one. There he is. He just sat there. Another guy right here on the left. Should probably, yeah, I'm gonna reposition. Is that? It is.
Dropped him. Dude, stop. Actual heart attack, dude.
That mistake almost cost me. This guy shot me in the head. I should never have gone in my inventory in the open like that. Always assume there's more.
Hold for the push. But honestly, I just need to get out. Completely reset this. It's AI. I'm gonna leave him on purpose. I'm gonna see if he pushed. Doesn't look like it. The thing is that I still just don't know where that guy that shot at me is. I don't know this side of the map at all, to be honest.
I'm now completely behind where I saw that team originally come from, and I'm about to move into the compound when this happens.
Damn it, dude. I can't see him.
My armor has saved my life twice now. Exposing my entire left flank like that while I approached the compound was the second idiotic mistake of this fight, and I was not about to make a third.
I think I gotta do a wide flank again. That's this guy. Of course he shoots, dude. I knew leaving him was gonna be a freaking mistake.
He gave my flank away, and I actually think that might have been the biggest stroke of luck I'd seen in this fight.
Okay, we're officially back where we started. His relative last known is like there. I think we just gotta get behind him. I mean, we know he can't go any further back this way. He's not gonna go far because this boy's gear is just all here. Oh. I think that was it. Got him. Jesus Christ, dude.
The fact that I had given myself away on my original path meant I readjusted and found an even further flank. But this guy had no way of knowing that, and he was looking right at where I should have been. I took my mistakes and leveraged them. Now, I don't think that these were the greatest players I've ever faced. I certainly got lucky in several cases. But I didn't choke. I didn't freeze. And guess what? The one guy with the bolt action is still standing, and these four guys aren't. I never liked sniping. I never liked how I felt it limited my options, my movement. But those limitations actually made me play better. Only having around one shot a second, it meant the shots I'd take needed to be good ones. No spray and pray weapon to fall back on, simple. Just never get caught in a situation where I'd need to use one. I thought I sucked at sniping because I couldn't aim or because I didn't have the patience, but all I needed to do to really start improving at it was to have no other choice. And that feeling, when it all started to kind of click, it got kind of addicting. I'm Riloe, and I like to talk about stuff I think is cool. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't yet. Thanks for coming along with me on this little challenge. I actually had a ton of fun with it. Check out Arena Breakout Infinite with the links in my description if you want to see all that new stuff that they have going on with Season 6, like the new hostile sector mode, all kinds of new weather and time of day conditions, the mastery system, and a bunch more stuff. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you very soon.